Today we'll continue the discussion on view factors. So we have in the last class we have discussed about the view factors of a number of limited geometries, both 2D and 3D. So today we'll discuss about the various laws governing the view factor. So this will be the 16th. This class will be the 16th on the discussion on heat transfer. So now there are a number of relations, governing the view factors. So I will discuss these relations one by one. So the first one is the reciprocity relation. So this relation states that the view factors f I to j, suppose there are two surfaces I and j, and f ij is the amount of radiation which is leaving surface I and reaching surface j. So now this view factor f ij, I to j, and the reverse of it, that is f j to I. So these view factors f I to j and f j to I are not equal to each other, unless the areas of two surfaces are, that is f j to I is equal to f I to j. So these two things will be equal when the surfaces AI will be equal to surface j. That means their areas will be equal. And f j to I will not be equal to f I to j, that is view factor of j to I will not be equal to view factor of I to j when the areas are not equal. AI will not be equal to AJ. Okay. Now these view factors, these two view factors, f I to j and f j to I, this pair of view factors, these are related to each other. They are related to each other by relation which is given by AI f I to j is equal to AJ f j to I. Now this relation is known as the reciprocity relation. This relation is known as reciprocity relation or reciprocity rule. Okay, and this relation, it enables us to determine the counterpart of a view factor. They help us to determine the counterpart of a view factor from the knowledge of the view factor itself. Okay, so if we want to find f j to I, so we can easily get the value of this f j to I from this, if we know that f I to j and both of these areas AI and AJ. So it helps us to determine the counterpart of a view factor from the knowledge of view factor itself. From view factor itself. And the areas of two surfaces. So how you can use this relation? Okay, suppose the easier of the two view factors we can determine. The easier of the two view factors we can find out directly, and the other view factor which is not so easy, which is difficult, so we can apply this relation. to find out the other view factor. Okay, so this is the importance of the reciprocity rule. So the second relation or the second law, that is the summation rule. Now, as you already know, that the radiation analysis of a surface, it requires the consideration of radiation coming or going from or in all directions. Okay, so we have to consider all types of radiations, that is coming in or going from a particular surface. So most radiation problems that we will discuss in practice. So practically all radiation problems, they involve enclosed spaces. I have already discussed the concept of enclosure. Now when we formulate the radiation problem, we usually form an enclosure, which I have already discussed in the previous lectures, that consists of surfaces interacting radiatively, that the surfaces also interact with each other. So even the openings that are they are treated as imaginary surface with properties, with radiation properties equivalent to those of the opening. So now we come to this rule. So the conservation of energy, the principle of conservation of energy. So this principle of conservation of energy, I am writing in short. This principle of conservation of energy, it needs that the entire radiation that leaves any surface, suppose there are two surfaces I and j, so it requires that any radiation which leaves surface I of an enclosure which must be intercepted by the other surfaces of the enclosure. Okay, suppose there is this closed surface. There are two surfaces. So if we consider this enclosure, suppose this is I and j. So the radiation which is leaving this surface I, which must be intercepted by all the other surfaces, including these surfaces. Okay, so now this sum of the view factors from surface I. So the sum of the view factors from surface I of an enclosure would be intercepted by the surfaces of the enclosure. And the sum of these view factors, and the sum of the view factors, it will be including the view factor from this surface upon itself. The sum of such view factors, so sum of all view factors must be unity or 1. So you can write like this: summation of j from 1 to n. There are n number of surfaces is equal to 1. Now for the 3 surface enclosure, suppose we are considering an enclosure having 3 surfaces. So for that 1 to 3. 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3 is equal to 1. So this is only for surface 1. Now this is also true for the other two surfaces also. So this summation rule can be applied to each surface, any surface of an enclosure, by varying I from 1 to n. Okay, so this any number of surfaces it can be applied. Suppose there are n surfaces, so we'll get n number of relations for determining the view factors. So for an n surface enclosure, the total number of view factors that need to be evaluated for finding out all the view factors for an n surface enclosure is, okay, I am only writing the formula, okay, that is half into n minus 1. This number of view factors, this number of relations are needed for finding all the view factors. So these are the number of view factors that need to be determined directly. These are the number of view factors that needs to be determined directly. Okay, and the other view factors can be determined by the relations, by these summation relations and the reciprocity relations. Okay, so these are the number of view factors that need to be determined directly. And the remaining we can find from the summation relations. We'll get a number of summation relations, that is n number of relations we'll get if there are n surfaces. So you will get n number of relations from this summation criteria, and also from the previous reciprocity we'll get another additional, that half into n minus 1 additional relations. So you remember only this one, that this number of view factors need to be determined directly. Okay, you do not need to remember any other things. Now we come to the third rule, that is the superposition rule. Okay, so sometimes there are some complex geometries and the view factor associated with that geometry is not available in standard tables, in the standard geometries which we have discussed in the previous lecture. So in such cases it is required to express the geometry as a sum or a difference of some geometries. So we need to express the geometry as a sum or difference of some known geometries for which the view factors are available with us readily. Okay, and then we will apply the superposition rule. Then we can apply the superposition rule, which is expressed as a, so this superposition rule, it is expressed as view factor from surface I to surface J. So Fij equal to sum of view factors from surface I to parts of surface J. Sum of the view factors from surface I to parts of surface J. So consider this geometry which is shown over here. So this is a type of, you say, wedge. Now suppose this extends infinitely along the perpendicular to this surface of this paper, and this is infinitely long. So we are seeing perpendicular to this surface, Now the radiation that leaves this surface 1, the radiation which leaves surface 1, it strikes these two surfaces 2 and 3 shown over here, and the radiation that leaves surface 1 and strikes the combined surface 2 and 3 is equal to the radiation that strikes the surface 2 and 3. So from this surface to these two surfaces is equal to the, that means that the radiation which leaves surface 1 and reaches the combined surfaces 2 and 3 is equal to the sum of the surfaces which leaves surface 1 to 2 plus surface 1 to 3. Very simple. So the combined view factor from surface 1 to 2, 3, combined surface 2 and 3 is equal to plus. Okay, so this is the summation rule. Now if we want to find this view factor, suppose if 1 to 3. Now if we want to find this view factor f1 to 3 directly, it is not possible as it is not given in any standard charts, okay, or in any standard form. So first calculating this view factor f1 to 3, this one from 1 to this surface 3. For that we need to determine this 1 to 2 and f1 to combined surfaces 2 and 3 from the standard chart. Okay, so by using this relation we can determine some difficult view factors which is not possible to find out directly by expressing as a sum of the areas. By expressing one or both of the areas as a sum or differences of the areas and then applying the superposition rule. Now we come to the last rule, that is the symmetry law or symmetry rule. Now this determination of the view factors, which can be further simplified if the geometry it involves or it possesses some sort of a symmetry. Now it is first we need to check by our eyes, we need to check that if there is any presence of any symmetry in a problem before attempting to determine the view factors. So this can be simply determined by inspection, by eyes, okay, by good practice, okay, by knowing what is the view factor, by knowing the basic things of a view factor. Now these identical surfaces which are oriented in identical manner with respect to another surface, and this will intercept identical amount of radiation leaving that surface. Okay, so the symmetry rule we can write it as that when two or more surfaces that possesses symmetry about a third surface will have identical view factors from that surface. Now suppose there are three surfaces, okay, I, J and K, and these surfaces, suppose these surfaces J and K are symmetric about the surface I. Surface J and K, suppose this figure. Suppose this is J and K and this is I. So now this surface J and K are symmetric to surface I. So if I to J is equal to if I to K. Okay, and also you know that from the reciprocity rule, that is the first rule, we can say that this if J to I is equal to if K to I. Okay, so this is about the symmetry rule. So if what is this, that if two surfaces are symmetric about the third surface, then they will have the same view factor from third surface, from this to this and from this to this. So this is about the symmetry rule. So these are the four rules. So these are all related to the laws governing the view factors. So in the next class we'll discuss about some problems involving these rules of how to find out the view factor for some common geometries. We'll determine the view factors by using these relations. Okay, so this is all for today. So thank you.